It's tea time. I'm back. It's Friday. And guys, I'm literally planning to publish every single Friday now. I've got the fabulous Bardha in the building from Love is Blind UK.
Thank you for having
Bardha,
me.
I'm so happy that I've been able to track you down. How are you, babe?
I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm not enjoying the cold weather that we're having
It's
here in
freezing
London.
out there.
Really, really cold, but it's been so nice to be here.
Now, hold on. Aren't you in Dubai? Like, what was the tea? I thought, like, are you back and forth between Dubai and here? Are you...
I'm just here for the summer, so I'm actually heading back to Dubai in a couple of weeks, and I'm very much looking forward to getting my tan on and just getting back home.
Bardha, what is the fascination with Dubai? Everyone's moving to Dubai. All the honeys are in Dubai. What happens in Dubai?
It's tax-free.
Damn. And listen, I know you might be, you're rich men all up in there.
I
wealthy
mean,
men.
I'm looking.
Have you been dating or have you found some suitors?
I've dabbled in some dating, but I think I've had so much like anxiety about the show coming out. Like, it's not easy to meet someone and be like, hey, by the way, watch me fall in love on TV
Oh,
after
yeah.
dating for a few months, you know? So I've just kind of left that to the side for now. But now that it's all out in the open, I'm ready to get back out there.
Cool. And obviously, look, we saw you on Love is Blind UK. Well done, girly. Obviously, in the
Thank you.
pods. It's so crazy because it ended up so messy, but actually things were so smooth sailing with you and Jed
Yeah.
in the pods. And like, I remember when I was watching all the couples, I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to make it. Like, I'm like, as in like, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to, like, there's some couples that you watch and you're like, oh, this is going to be mad. But when I saw you two, like, everything just felt so like in sync. In the
Yeah,
pods.
it was like everyone kept saying to us like we were the sure thing couple, and everyone was just like, oh, we don't have to worry about these two, they're definitely getting married, which was really, really nice to hear, and I felt like that as well during my journey. And I think Jed made me feel like that as well, and I think he was also on the same page. I think it was just towards the end where things started to be like, oh my God, this is real, this is a lot. There's a lot of pressure. We've got like deadlines in terms of getting married and decisions to make. And I think it all just got too much for us.
And it was towards the end because I feel like even out of the pods, I'm liking these two. Like, it felt like for quite a long time, things were going okay.
We had no issues. We literally had like the most smooth sailing relationship ever. And it wasn't literally until the day before the wedding that
Damn.
things changed.
Look, and I think people are a bit confused, Bardha, because in several interviews you have said that, in the lead up to the wedding, the day before the wedding, something happened, things changed. And I think people don't quite understand what changed. What happened? Did something happen? Because even your face at the reunion, you were fuming. Like, did something happen?
Yeah, obviously like something happened that was big enough to change my mind from a yes to a no.
Wow.
So it's not like I was in two minds. I was 100% yes. I was like, this is my partner.
But something big happened.
I saw such a different side to him that it knocked me for six. And I was like, there's no way I can commit to someone who's shown such a different side just out of the blue. And this is a legal marriage. I'm not doing
Did
it
he
to
cheat
like...
on you? Did he get with another girl?
Not that I know of. I don't think he did. No, I think we were spending so much time together at that point. Like we would have had to work overtime to make time for that. I don't think that was the
Bardha,
case.
the people want to know what happened. Are you allowed to tell us?
I'm not obliged to say.
Oh, okay, fine. So that means this must have been something serious. Fine.
I just also want to clarify that not speaking out on that has been like a decision of mine as well.
Oh, okay, good.
And I think for me, it just protects my peace.
Of course.
And I think that's more important than, and it's really hard to say because I'm so grateful for all the love and support and the viewers. And I really want to just get it out there. But at the same time, I have to protect myself.
Yeah.
So I hope that people can sort of see that and respect that. It wasn't easy for me to make that decision to not talk about it. It's hard to then also justify why I was so angry at the reunion because everyone was like, you left him at the altar and you're a bit of a bitch. And I was like...
Hey, she's not a B-I-C-T-H. She's lovely.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Come on.
I just want to make it clear I had every right to be as angry as I was, if not more angry.
Do you know what? I'm happy you clarified this. I'm happy you've told us. Obviously, you're not allowed to tell us, and you said you also don't want to. But like, I'm happy that you've told us that something happened that was big enough. Because I think people were just confused. I think people were like,
which is fair.
yeah, you know,
because
people
because we had such a smooth sailing relationship, like we had no issues whatsoever.
yeah,
There was nothing that they could have shown that would have like made him look bad or differently, because he did nothing. He was outstanding. He was amazing. I felt very lucky to be with him until that very moment. And in that moment, there were no cameras around. There were no, crew with us. It was just me and him in that moment. And that's when I saw a different side.
Wow. Now, in an interview you did with BBC News, I saw on TikTok, you said that in the lead up to the show, he was kind of talking about maybe the money that he could get from appearing on the show. Is that something that he spoke about a lot? Was it money and fame, or just mainly like the money?
So I spoke to the producers about this because I was like, I really just want the family.
Yeah.
Like, and I kept saying, if this was done off camera, I would love to partake in that because I believe in the experiment. And I was like, I have a feeling that, because he keeps talking about it, he keeps saying, me and my brother are going to start a podcast after this and make some money out of it. And me and my brother are going to start a business. And I was like, what about me and you?
Yeah. No, what about me and you?
Did we not talk about in the pods, like, building our own empire, being this power couple? And, we're both in good positions. We both own property. We talked about buying more property. And I was like, this is amazing. This is exactly everything I wanted to hear. And then the lead up to the wedding, like during that week, literally, because we had the furthest time apart, and not apart, sorry, from filming to the weddings, but we stayed together during that time. And I just saw, like, I started to see some cracks, and I was like, this guy just keeps talking about him and his brother. I was like, what about our future? Yeah. What are we going to do? What are we going to achieve? Are we still going to have those children we spoke about? That
So you think he just...
I really want.
He was more focused on the podcast he was starting.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then, whatever other business that he wanted to do with his brother, I just understood at that point that none of his plans involved me.
Damn.
And it was all, when the show comes out and money comes rolling in, when the show comes out and money comes rolling in.
He denied that. He actually said that, like, why would I say such a thing? He was like, I don't even understand this reality. I don't know what it entails. Like, but we are sipping that tea.
I don't expect him to turn around and be like, yeah, that's exactly right. That's what I said. He also said he wished he was, this year's Freddie from season 1. And
damn.
I confronted him about that. And I was like, why would you want to be seen as someone else? I was like, I hope I come across as me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be seen as someone else.
So did he say this while you guys were like recording, or just like afterwards?
Nothing was said on camera.
Oh,
Nothing
really?
that could ever be held against him.
He wanted to be this year's Freddie.
Yeah, which is annoying, because if he wanted to be like Bobby or Benaya, who are happily married, cool.
Then that would make sense.
That would make sense. You want to be like the, Britain's sweetheart, the single guy.
Yeah.
So that says a lot to me. Like, I feel like I'm very vigilant, and I hear things and I see things. And for me, it just shouted that he didn't want this. He wanted to be on his own. He didn't even have his wedding shoes ready on his wedding day.
What?
Didn't even write his own vows. He used song lyrics.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean his vows were song lyrics?
Yeah, I'll show you the song. But that was supposed to be our first wedding song. And as I'm standing there, and obviously I've spent ages writing my vows, and I'm really excited. He's crying at my vows. His mum's crying. And then he says his, and I'm like, where's the music? Because these are lyrics.
Yeah, you were like, hold on, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it was like everything just kind of like added up, and I was like, okay, this guy's not serious.
You see, when you were at the altar, were you tempted? Were you like, oh gosh, yes, no,
100%, yeah.
Wow.
I was like on a scale, and I could have gone like any way, because I so desperately wanted to believe that he was still the person that I fell in love with, and the idea of having, a husband and the family was within like reach.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's under a lot of pressure. He reacted in a way that's not like him. It's, I forgive him. I want to be with him because I am in love at this point. And for me, logic won in that moment, because I was like, what I've seen is alarming enough for me to like think twice.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I made the decision that I did, 100%. And I think a lot of people have asked as well in the comments that I've seen, why did you want to then work it out after you said no? I loved this man. I loved him. I obviously didn't want to say no. You can see I'm in agony in that moment. Like, that was like my biggest worry, knowing that I was going to have to watch myself like break my own heart on TV, because I didn't want to say no. And I believed that he was, you know, the same funny, loving, caring Jed that I'd known for the previous 6 weeks, and that, you know, it was the pressure that made him react in a different way. And that's why I wanted to work things out. I was making excuses for him, as you do when you're in love.
Love is blind.
Hella blind.
Literally, love is blind. Now, I want to talk about, a lot of people were talking about this on the internet, obviously in regards to you. Who should pay on the date? Is it the man or the woman? Now, on this show, from what I gathered, I feel like you were you had the stance where you thought like maybe you should want to pay. It seemed like you wanted to be the person that would pay on the date, and you wanted to be the person who would like wanted to take charge financially. And I think a lot of people were like, wow, this is a bit different to what we usually see and hear. So is that the case?
No.
Huh?
Not at all.
What do you mean?
No, I think the man should definitely pay. I think in my circumstance, which is very unique, right? Like you said, not many women say things like that. He kept saying during our dates in the pods that he was only dating these women who didn't have anything going for them. He was having to look after them financially. He was having to spend all this money. They had no ambition, no drive, and it obviously wasn't working, right? He also said his friends would cuss him and like make fun of him, that he's always dating these girls that don't really have a future, that just rely on him 100%. And I was like, I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
And for me, I was actioning that in that moment. And that one particular dinner, he literally said he only wanted to pay to like, just because it was his friends. He had no issue with me paying for other dinners.
Oh.
I was okay doing that in certain circumstances. I feel like we kind of equally spent the same. But I'm also used to going out to like fancy dinners and nice places. And for me, I live in central London, you know, for me, a dinner out is like £300-400. He lives in Essex. For him, it's like 80 quid.
So wait, you're saying that he's not used to the lifestyle that you're in when it comes to...
I don't know if he is, because we didn't get enough time to find out, if I'm going to be completely honest. But that's what I mean, like, because I've been single for a while. This is how I live. Yeah. This is my lifestyle. So for me, it didn't matter that I was spending 80, 100, 200 pounds, 500 pounds. Like, it wasn't a big deal because I was so used to doing it for myself. But, you know, I think one of the last dinners, like, I didn't see him trying to offer to pay a £500 bill, you know? So it kind of felt like it was like as and when it suited him.
Oh, really? So so if the bill was larger, he'd be like, all right, you're more than welcome to cover that.
There was one bill.
Wait. What? Okay, so wait, let's set the scene here.
I don't think there was like a threshold of like
course,
this amount, I'll get that amount, you get. There was never that conversation whatsoever. We kind of just went, I'll get this one, you get that one, I'll get this one, you get that one.
Yeah.
But he would choose his favourite places, which is where he's from, which is fair. And then I would choose my favourite places, which is where I'm from in central London. And yes, there was a large difference.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about, because I saw this clip on TikTok where there was discussion around, I think you guys went out with his friends?
Which discussion was this?
And I think there was dialogue around maybe like you paying for him and his friends, and I think you said something along the lines of like, you know, you wanted to pay for him and his friends for the bill to kind of like impress his friends or something like that. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Right, so that was the scene that was shown on camera.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so much impress, that's probably the wrong word. I'm sure I did say that, but it was more like I'm proving myself. Because we don't have enough time to really get to know each other. It's a very quick process. Our wedding was the following week. I just met them. And he's the one that was like, oh, they always cuss me about these girls.
Oh,
da, da,
so
da,
you
da.
kind of
So I was like,
wanted
let
to-
me show you then. I'm not like those girls. I can pay my way. And it was one dinner. God damn,
I
it
don't
was
know.
one
You remind
dinner.
me. That's something. The thing is, that's something I would do. I'm a recovering people pleaser, guys. I'm really bad at this. But that. I almost. That's what I see in that, though. I don't feel like you should
Yeah.
need to, like, obviously, like, I think it's good that you did that, and I think it's lovely and it's a lovely gesture. But I don't feel like you should need to feel that you should have to do that for his friends to look at you and be like, you know what, she's a good girl. I feel like even without that, you've still got
Yeah.
like the power, the beautiful soul, and so forth.
I totally agree. I think I'm just a woman of action. And for me, that was my action. Like, it's not like I'm putting down a house deposit. It's a one dinner. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It doesn't even like, it's not even like a drop in the ocean. So it wasn't like I'm going out of my way to people please and to impress. And this is a huge deal. It was just like, here you go. It was not that deep at all. I didn't think about it. I didn't like vet over it. Like, should I do that? Will they like me? It wasn't about that. It was just like, he has continuously said, these girls are using me. They've got no money. Da, da, da. He's embedded that into my head. And I hear you. That's all you've said for ever since I've known you. And he was like, I love that you're independent. I love that you can do these things for yourself. I love what you've achieved so far. So I'm like, I will keep showing up as I am.
Of course.
And for me, that's what I was doing in that moment. It wasn't a thought out process to like emasculate him or make him look bad, like at all.
Yeah. When was the last time you spoke to him?
Rap party.
Wow. Okay, and that was just a couple of weeks ago. Was it a positive conversation? Did you guys manage to just sort things out?
Yeah. It was the first time, other than the reunion, where we don't really talk to each other. That we kind of talked around like Matt and Emma. They just shown our wedding episode, and it was a really, really emotional watch. This is such a like unusual situation to be in, to watch a wedding episode of a wedding that didn't quite turn out to be a wedding in the same room as your ex.
Yeah.
Like, it was very uncomfortable. It was very emotional. And I kind of looked over and I was like, we were like very real in those moments. Like, we are real people. We felt those real emotions, and it kind of brought me back. I can only speak obviously on my behalf. It brought me back there in that moment, and I was like, I loved this man, and he is now a stranger, like a few seats away from me. And we'd not spoken for about a year, literally since like 3 weeks after filming. And
Was that quite emotional for you then when you
yeah,
that day and just everything? Because like I guess all of the memories must have just come back.
yeah, and I kind of felt like it wasn't me on screen, but it was. And I don't know if you ever feel like, oh, I wish I could have gone back and looked after like my younger child self and tell them that it's all going to be okay. That's how I felt, like watching myself back on TV and like breaking my own heart in that moment. I was like, oh, Bardha, you're going to be okay, I promise. I know it's hard. But yeah, it was really, really emotional. And I spoke to one of the other girls, one of the podcasts, a good friend of mine, Tara. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I need to talk to him. And she was like, I'll come with you. Like, as soon as you want to leave, we'll leave. And yeah, so he came over and I had like my little goblet and I was like, you're right. And he was like, should we talk? And I was like, let's go and talk.
Yeah.
And it was kind of laughy, jokey. We'd also had like a couple of drinks as well. And we kind of said a few things we agreed on, a few things we still don't really agree on. But overall, we both did agree that was such a real experience for both of us. Those feelings were very real. Like, as much as I believe he's done it for the fame, I do think he had feelings there. I don't think you can fake those. So yeah, we talked it out, and we kind of like agreed to just be on civil terms, and you know, if we see each other out, we don't have to run away and avoid each other. And yeah, it was actually really nice, because I think it takes a lot of energy to stay angry and avoid people. So it was just really nice to clear the air.
That's good. And like now your dating life, like, any interesting DMs? Any you DMing any? You're now in the public sphere. Like, come on, you're a hot girl. I know for a fact some of the guys are sliding
Do you
in.
know what? No one is sliding in my
What?
DMs.
What are you lot doing?
I know. What's going on?
What?
Guys, fix up.
Honestly,
Right?
but I mean, are you like just like chilled with dating at the moment? You're open to it?
It's been really hard to date during this time because it's a lot to put on someone. You're going to see all of this on TV. There's a madness online. There's negative comments. And I feel like now that it's finally out, I can like breathe again, and I'm definitely ready to date again. I probably wouldn't be open to dating in the UK because I don't live here anymore.
Cool. Now, Bardha, we're just going to delve into the hottest stories of the week going on in the world of entertainment. And actually, the first one is about you. Okay? Bardha, the people that are accusing you of taking Ozempic. The people that are accusing you of going under the knife.
It's a wild, isn't it?
So what is the dealio? You know, like, Ozempic, is that something that you've had communication with?
No.
Like, because people are obviously basically saying that, you know, when you filmed the show, people feel like you looked a little bit bigger. I feel like you looked fine. But when they saw you at the reunion, they were like, oh my gosh, she looks different. Now, I'm so against, by the way, people commenting on people's weight. I hate it. Because there are a number of different reasons as to why someone may gain, may lose. So that really is none of anyone's business. But hey, let's address it.
No, I've not done any cosmetic procedures, any Ozempic or anything like that.
She was in the gym.
Guys,
She
like,
was shooting in the gym.
do you even lift though? I live in a very, very hot country. I'm in a bikini. Like 90% of my week is spent in a bikini. If I don't jump on the fitness train, I get left behind. Like, I'm still looking for a man. Dubai is full of the most beautiful women I have ever seen. Yes, some have surgery, some have whatever enhancing procedures. I'm very, very scared of like needles. So that's not a thing. The filler stuff, I also just want to say, I used to get bullied for my jaw. So thank you to everybody saying how terrible they think it is that I've added jaw filler, which is very, very annoying. I've also not had a nose job, boob jobs or anything like that at all. I've not had anything done. I've been really active. I have been playing paddle quite a bit. And just joined a gym. Like, my friends are very, very active. It's a very different lifestyle out there. It's such a healthy lifestyle. Like, I think here in the UK, and it shows, I think, from when I was filming, I would like wait for my weekends, go out drinking, try and like eat the next day to survive my hangover. Like, I don't do that in Dubai. Like, I'm up at like 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning for like days at the beach. There's just so many like activities that you can do, which is like, it's the cool thing to do out there. It's not like getting wasted and like drinking every weekend, which I think for me was like such an unhappy lifestyle. And now I'm in like this really happy, motivated, driven country. Like, you have to jump on, and it's a really fun place to be.
But can we talk about the pressures that some women are under in places like Dubai? As you said, everyone's looking snatched, everyone's looking beautiful. Some people have had their BBLs, some people are on Ozempic. So everyone, like, is there that pressure when you go there to be like, right, like, I need to keep up with all of this?
100%, yeah.
Damn, I've heard
Like,
about this, you know, in
dating
Dubai.
is wild in Dubai, because there's always going to be like, if you go out on a date, you're going to be in a restaurant, and like 80%, that's probably a low number, 95% of the women are stunning.
Wow.
And there are so many equally lots of single men. But everyone's your competition when you're looking to settle down, and you'll get dropped like this because there's someone else that's better looking and goes to the gym more and looks after themselves more or has longer hair than you. Like, there is a huge like pressure to like not just fit in, but like, I suppose image wise, keep yourself up, you know? And I think it's taught me to like take pride in the way that I look, and now I really enjoy everything that I do that makes me look this way.
Which is really good. So guys, you heard it here first. No Ozempic, no surgery. But what I do want to talk about is Cardi B. He's just announced that she is pregnant. And and the father is her
Was this the
boyfriend,
fourth-
Stefan Diggs. Yeah,
child?
fourth, yeah.
Okay.
So the father is Stefan Diggs. They've only been together for like a year or so. And I saw this and I thought, I'm not trying to be funny, but a year? And you want this man to be the father of your child? Like, in my opinion, I feel like even friendships, you won't really know someone after a year. Like, it takes time to really get to know somebody, let alone having a child with them. I feel like that's just too soon. And Cardi loves to rush things. I don't know, man. I don't know about this. I'm not sure about it. What do
I
you
don't know
think?
if I agree with that.
What?
Yeah.
So you feel like, you feel like you could meet somebody 6 months, have a child with them, and it's just fine. Because I feel like in that time, how will you really get to know somebody?
I think maybe 6 months is probably like far too little because people can keep up appearances. I think a year living together and you're really, really sure. This is like me personally speaking for a woman of my age. I'm 33. I've been ready to be a mum for a long time.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you know, you just know. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, my best friend who actually got me on the show on Love is Blind, she became pregnant 3 months after being with her partner.
Okay.
They're now married and their baby's 3 months old today.
Okay. Congratulations. So it worked for some people then.
And like, I feel like if you both want it and like, marriage is about trying and always being there and getting through all the tough times. And if you both want children, I don't see anything wrong with that.
But I still feel like it really does take way longer than a year to actually know someone.
I do agree.
Properly.
Yeah.
And I feel like to have a child with someone, you need to know who this person is, their values, how they, react under pressure, like all of this kind of financials, like, and even if they're up financially, if they're not up financially and things like go tits up with their career, like how do they respond to that? Like all of these kind of things, because this is a human you're bringing into the world.
I agree. I think having a child is a lot bigger than being married.
Yeah.
Because you can get divorced, but a whole human into this earth, I think it's also like a lifelong commitment to stay in contact with that person. Like if someone said to me, you've got to like stay in contact with one of your exes, I'd be like,
can
no.
you imagine? No. No.
But I don't know, I guess because I've been ready to have a baby for so long. One, you're right, I don't want to rush it. I don't want it to be the wrong person because that could be a lot more damaging in the long run. But I think for a woman like Cardi B, like she's got her life set and I don't think it's going to set her back to have another child. I think she'll be able to take care of that child all on her own if he wasn't around. So I think it's very circumstantial.
Yeah, of course.
Like, didn't Kylie Jenner have a child when she was like 21? Like by choice. A lot of people get pregnant by accident and obviously decide to keep. Her circumstances allowed her to do that. Yeah. She can afford the help. She can look after the baby. She can have private tutoring and, no one needs to be there to help her with that.
That's true.
So if that was the case, I think it's okay.
Well, we're still happy for you, Cardi. Congratulations. Yes. Now, everyone has been talking about Love is Blind France. I've actually watched only 2 episodes, but everyone's ranting on about it.
I'm so excited to watch it.
It's good. And there's a scandal that's come out of it. So one cast member's actually been removed from the pods, removed from the show. His name's Gallian. This is because some people are saying that he was allowing girls to come into his hotel. Where, like while they were doing the show.
Like, sounds like a keeper.
Yeah, like I thought he was trying to find, your wife. How is this even possible? Because I heard it's like top secret, like you can't even communicate with the outside world.
I can't imagine that being possible at all. Like if I needed a toilet break in the hotels where we were staying, like I would have not even a toilet break because we had our own toilets in our hotel rooms. Let me go back on that one. If I needed like a midnight snack, because it was like a really like high pressure time, and some of us couldn't sleep, and we had like a room where we can go pick up snacks, and there was always a security guard awake. She would walk me back to my room.
Wow.
Like it was impossible.
How did he do it? I feel like maybe he like bribed like a hotel worker and said, "Let me look into my Instagram from there so I can message somebody." Like that. I mean, I'm thinking of ideas, guys, God, because how did he do it?
I can't imagine. Like they were so strict, and I think obviously they're under NDAs and contracts and stuff. So for anyone to break that, I think would cause a huge
good he was
uproar.
removed from the show though, because it's
Yeah,
like you're
'cause-
supposed to be here to find love. You're supposed to be here
Yeah,
to find
what are
marriage.
your intentions?
Yeah.
To like have girls sneaking in and out. Like, what girls are these? Did you meet them at the hotel lobby? Where did you meet these girls?
That could have also been another possibility. What if he was having a
Yeah.
drink at the hotel lobby and said, "Hey"?
We had to be supervised for that.
Oh,
With
wow.
said security guard.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything was like top secret. Like, we were watched like a hawk. Also, I think it was just so that we don't accidentally bump into the guys.
Oh,
Not that we would know who
Yeah,
they are,
that's so
because we
true.
don't know
You
what they
wouldn't
look
know.
like.
Oh, they were in the same hotel.
No. Oh my God, no, that would
That
be
would be-
wild.
that would be
They
so
were in a different
interesting,
hotel, but
of
like going
course.
out for a walk and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know how
Yeah,
they did
that for me, in my experience, would have been impossible to do.
Right, now we've got some dilemmas we're going to get through to wrap up the show. This one's interesting. When I first met my boyfriend, he was like a Netflix rom-com lead. Private dinners. Ooh. Surprise spa weekends. Ooh.
Send
Gifts
him
that
through.
look like they came straight out of Selfridges. Honestly, I thought I was entering my soft life era. You go, girl. Fast forward a year, his business has flopped. Ooh. Now my champagne pappy has turned into tap water Tony. Stop.
Oh my God, the comparison though.
Stop. Dates have been going from Nobu to Nando's, and not even with sides. He once took me on a romantic walk, and as a joke, we walked past a Louis Vuitton store, and he joked around saying, "One day, babes." Don't get me wrong, I do love him, but every time he whips out a 2-for-1 voucher now, I get a bit cringe. Last week, he suggested a staycation, which was just us at his mum's house while she was away. Am I a villain for missing the bougie lifestyle, or is it normal that love feels different when your man goes from Range Rover to rail replacement bus?
Oh my God, role replacement pass? No.
Now, this I feel like happens to a lot of people, right? Because you could start dating
Yeah.
somebody, and yes, they are wealthy, they're rich, but circumstances happen, things change. And this is clearly what's happened here. So what are we thinking? Like, would you stay with somebody if their circumstances change?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in love, yeah, I would help them through it. But it kind of depends. Like, how long did you have that like amazing princess treatment for?
But you know
If
what?
it was like 3 months, then maybe he was faking it from the beginning and he ran out of money real quick.
But you know what? I think there's a reality to it. Let's just say you fall in love with somebody and they do have the wealth. That's part of everything. Like, and obviously, like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, someone's personality, and part of someone's personality may be the fact that they're in certain places, or they have a certain wealth, or you don't agree. You're looking at me like I'm mad.
No, I agree.
No. Do you know what I mean? Like, part of someone's, like, if you meet somebody and let's just say it's a wealthy man, like they're a business
Yeah.
person, they're driven. This is all part of the picture which somebody has bought into.
Right,
Now,
this is the
it's-
image you've sold me.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
image, but it's also like the person's lifestyle, their identity, like everything
Yeah.
you're now like getting used to about them. Then all of a sudden, if that now ends, then that person no longer has that lifestyle. That person no longer has that kind of like, I don't know, not personality, because I guess you can't really say that someone's finances are linked to their personality. But I mean, sometimes it is.
Yeah.
So
Because if you didn't have those finances, you wouldn't be as confident as you are when you walk into a room, for example. So I think it does affect
Key.
your personality for sure.
So is love enough?
No, love is definitely not enough. No, but I mean, like, it's not like finances have to be always there, because there will be ups and downs, especially if you're a business owner. You have to kind of expect that. But never let it go below a certain point, for one. And then obviously loyalty and everything else comes along with love. But I think finances, unless you've taken like a huge risk where you've lost everything, which I think is a really bad
Yeah.
business move. How did you really get all the wealth that you had? Was it by luck?
Eesh. Was it by luck? Babe, your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
You heard Bardha. Love just isn't enough. Love's not enough. Right, let's get into the second one. So I've got this best friend in real life. We've known each other for 15 years. Always texting, always making plans. Literally tells people I'm her soulmate bestie. Fine, we love that.
Yeah.
But online, I don't exist. Oof. She never tags me in anything. If she posts a group pic, suddenly I'm cropped out like I was never there. She'll post a selfie at brunch and I'm sitting right across the table, invisible. At first, I thought I was being paranoid. But then another friend told me she has a theme on her Instagram grid and maybe you don't fit the aesthetic. Oh, this is real stuff, Now I don't know what to do. Do I call her out and risk looking insecure, or just accept that in real life I'm her main character, but online I'm her deleted scene? Do you know what, babe? I'm afraid to say that it sounds like your friend is kind of like maybe like an influencer or not an influencer, or someone who like posts a lot on social media or like cares about that stuff, the aesthetics. And when someone is like that, I'm afraid to say, people usually do have an aesthetic that they follow on their social media page.
Everything.
They do.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying that people who do care a lot about social media, I mean, like all of us do, like we both do, right?
Yeah.
People have an aesthetic that they follow on their page, and you just might not fit that aesthetic. But is this a bad thing though?
Yeah. Because what does your, like, well,
Your
on
values.
both sides, like, for the lady who's written in, is it that important for you to be on someone's social media?
Yeah.
And then flip reverse, like, why are you hiding your best friend?
Yeah.
So it's like, what's really important here? Because for me, like, the social media aspect is not important in friendship. I'm going to go right ahead and say she probably doesn't, or he, I didn't get whether it was a woman. Yeah, she does not like the way that you potentially look or dress or whatever, and it ruins her aesthetic, which is really
you know what?
unfair.
Let's talk about this, because you can have a good friend, but they just don't dress well. It's so crazy now. Like, this is now we're getting into sticky territory now. But you can have a friend who was like this person, like they're so loyal. They're a really good person, but like they just don't dress well. Like, but when you go out, you might dress well, and then that person doesn't. So sometimes it can be so tricky and sticky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it just sounds so fickle, but it's like,
I've had a situation, right? And this is one of my best friends. I definitely post her like 100%, but we have very different aesthetics. Like, she's like, she wears like 6 different colors in one outfit, and not on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just the first thing she can get. She's not into makeup whatsoever. I think she's stunning as she is anyway. However, when we go out to like fancy places, I'm like, dress fancy. Her level of fancy is slightly different to mine. And then I'm like, why don't you borrow this? And she's happy to do it. But when we're just out like on a normal day to day, like we just go to the pub, I'll still post her because I'm like, that's just my girl. And my social media is not that important to like put above my friend. But then at the time, because I've not seen her she's moved countries now, I wasn't trying to build a platform or a business. And if that is her job and that's what she's trying to achieve with her social media, you kind of have to let her do what she's trying to do. Because it's for her benefit. And if that's her job and she wants to achieve X, Y, and Z, and you don't fit the aesthetics, it's her business. It's her potentially getting money and being paid for something like that. So you kind of have to disconnect. Or I would have a conversation and just be like, I don't care too much. I just want to know. I just want to understand why this has happened. And then hopefully the friend can kind of say, look, business-wise, I want to do it this way. I would never want you to change. So I just don't post.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I think if it's really been playing on your mind, then also social media means something to you as well.
Yeah. Communication is everything. Bardha, you have been a fabulous guest. I feel like we've seen so many different sides to you in this episode.
I've gotten that a lot.
Yeah,
I'm like, they didn't show me enough on the show.
Like, I feel like you're just your knowledge on things, pop culture, your love life. You've got a real good business head on you.
Thank
Bardha,
you.
thank you so much.